Hello and welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are here with Smackdown for our first women's only show. We start off with our pre-show where we have Gail Kim defeat Taylor Hendricks. It's a 55C minus, which is great. I will be looking to make a Gail Kim storyline. I haven't yet decided where to stick her yet. Next up we have SAS defeat Aliyah and Stacey Frazier. These are basically my jobbers at the moment. I just wanted to give them a match on the show or pre-show. We have Eva Marie defeat Alex and Nicole. Oh yeah, I had to give Eva a win. There is a little storyline building with her, so this is kind of important. We have Paige beat Makoto, which really came out very well. I was very impressed. I think Makoto is going to be a star of my future on this game, so look out to see her used a lot more. And my main event of the pre-show was Summer Rae defeating Natalya. I've gone for this because I believe that Summer Rae, I need some more heels really. Summer Rae could become a leading heel for me. Now heading into the main show, Edge introduces the main stars of the roster, and that's pretty much what it is. It's your number one contender, Charlotte, and you've got Paige, Nikki and Becky Lynch, and your champion, Sasha Banks. This has opened up a few storylines. A 90 to start the show is fantastic, really. So we'll go straight into the matches. This is where things will probably start going downhill, as you can see. Carmella gets a bit of a squash win over Sinatra Garrett. This was just to help Carmella get a win. And she challenges Asuka for the Intercontinental, but Asuka refuses to come out. Now, I'm playing the idea Asuka won't cut promos, or if she does, they'll be very short for the language barrier issues. So Carmella will be doing most of the talking, and as you can see, very good at this. Next up we have the Bad and the Beautiful. That was meant to be the other way around win, but Ashley Lane was meant to distract them. But what the hell, we can keep the storyline going. It does help Alexa Fox, meant to be Naomi taking the pin. But Ashley Lane debuted with Bad and the Beautiful, who then attack them along with Eva Marie, which is Beautifully Dangerous, a team. And that's Fox's clients, but no Ember Moon to be seen. Nia Jax squashes Brooke Adams and Candice LeRae. Yes, this is just a bit of a squash match. I found a new tag team by accident, which is good. I've got to push Nia as a monster, and I've got to start with some of the lesser known people. Next up we have Charlotte sat down chatting to Edge about what this upcoming title match against Sasha means now that they're an independent brand, what it will represent when she can finally beat Sasha and take her title back. 93 is a brilliant score. Then Asuka and Bayley beat Emma and Nikki. Now this was to push a couple of storylines into motion, and Bayley is basically going against Emma and Nikki Bella, but Asuka again playing sort of like the lone character doesn't help in this next segment It's actually Becky Lynch that makes the save. The storyline is called Hug in Time because Bailey got a bit too carried away, which is what you expect. And another 76. Good ratings, good ratings. Back to the bad ratings now, but we have Mandy Leon joining the Forgotten Generation, with Rosa Mendes joining the Psycho Ward, and they pick up the win thanks to Mandy Leon. Yes, this is never going to be a great match. It's better than I thought, but still. And afterwards, Cheerleader Melissa and Jessica Havoc, the Psycho Ward, challenge the Forgotten Generation to a tag team title match, which will be happening at the next pay-per-view, so we'll add that in later on. And Eva Marie is shown stalked by Ember Moon backstage. We're keeping the idea that Ember Moon is slightly mysterious, and she didn't help the rest of her clientele, shall we say. But Eva Marie could be her first victim in revenge, but we don't know what happens. Charlotte defeats Mickie James with the figure 8. Now, I picked Mickie James because she should be a lot more experienced, but apparently there wasn't enough selling shown. Don't know if that was both sides of it, or just, for example, Mickie, but it's still a fantastic heat and good match, so we'll take that. Edge is just trying to conduct another one of his interviews with Paige, but Alexa Bliss runs in and attacks Paige. Now this is starting a new storyline called No Divas, and it's going to be Paige and Alexa, similar age. Both would have grown up with the Diva division, but now Paige sees it as a women's and Alexa sees it as a Divas. Yes, I know this isn't how Alexa really sees it, but her character can be seen as a diva-ish character. I picked my main event to be Sasha versus Becky Lynch, and apparently they don't click, which surprised me a lot. Well, Sasha obviously going to pick up the win, and 78 is still a very good rating. But afterwards, Charlotte floors Sasha and steals the title, claiming it to be her own once again. And 94 to end the show gives me, I think, a solid 70 plus for the show. And 83. Very impressed with that. So we'll head back to the main screen and see where we are. And we're back to the main screen, so we'll see. We struck gold, that's good. I'm happy the show went really well. Could have gone in a lot of bad direction. Need to offer Connor a new contract. Fair enough. Rosa Mendes is complaining, but why when doesn't she? Let's see how the Smackdown ones went. Hug in Time is doing really well. We've got Becky, Emma and Nikki in that. The Jax one has gone up thanks to that match. The Moon Rising, it's going to be fun to see where that one goes. This started off weak, but will only get stronger. We're also going to have Natalya and Summer Rae in there. The pre-show was almost like a tester match. This at 19 is brilliant. I can't really say anything else. That's always going to be a little bit weaker, and Carmella is going to carry this one. Fair enough, I named it wrong. Yeah. That is that lot done. Let's just check this. I expect Rosa Mendes will be going further down this list. Yep, Lisa Fox is back on her even though she won. Again, I can't get her over at all. Can't figure out who's gone off that list, but Billy Kay is now on there, so my franchise players have got Charlotte and Sasha. And if we can see how popular these two are, will be quite a lot of shock. That I know I used some editing, but 83-ish, 84, and Charlotte is a similar, so these two could tear everything's down for me, which is going to make this very difficult. So that finishes Smackdown. We'll come back next time with some Shockwave. See how the new guys are going to do on that show. Thank you all for watching, and hope you liked the first women's only Smackdown.